At time of recording, the Star Citizen homepage tells new players that while Star Citizen is currently in the alpha stage of development, it is playable now. Which begs the question, are we players or are we QA testers? The short and obvious answer is both, case closed, next video Forrester. But the question does throw up some interesting considerations when framed slightly differently. To what extent are we players, and to what extent are we alpha testers? I'm Forrester, and in this video we'll briefly explore some of those considerations. I regularly share Star Citizen videos on my YouTube channel, so if this kind of video sounds like something you'd like to see more of, you might like to press that subscribe button so you can know when new videos go live. If you've followed Star Citizen for any period of time, you've probably heard it all. Everything from this is the best damned space sim ever, to this being a glorified tech demo, or even the four-letter S word that plagues YouTube comments sections. Without injecting too much personal opinion into such matters, most players will accept that Star Citizen has its fair share of bugs. That could be NPCs doing strange things like standing on chairs or spinning uncontrollably, or sometimes more frustrating and game-breaking experiences. But although such experiences can be commonplace, Star Citizen goes a step further than most in trying to resolve some of these challenges. In fact, whereas many games, including fully released titles, include some sort of bug reporting functionality, Star Citizen takes this to the next level with the Issue Council, a section of their website dedicated to reporting, replicating and prioritizing bugs to fix. And that's open to everybody who has access to Star Citizen, meaning we can all take part in improving the game for everybody. Further, some of the people who make the best use of this tool may be invited to join the Evocati test program with exclusive access to some of the hottest new patches to test before they go live. But not everybody uses the Issue Council. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that I suspect most players don't use it at all. It's difficult to know for sure, but with about 7,000 issues logged, many of which aren't confirmed or voted, it seems to be a safe assumption. And if that's true, that probably means that most people who play Star Citizen are just players and not really testers. Which is fine. Although there are no shortage of bugs impacting the experience, Star Citizen can still be a really enjoyable game to spend your time in, one that could easily be called a AAA title. But that prompts the question, if most people play Star Citizen to play it rather than test it, should that change the nature of what we're looking for from the game? For example, does it mean that players should expect more development time to be spent on polish and bug fixing rather than new features? It's a conundrum, and probably one where different people have their own opinions. In which case, you can share your opinion in the comments section. If you found this video useful or interesting or thought-provoking, you might hit that like button so I know what sort of thing you'd like to see more of in the future. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed, and as ever, thank you for watching.